How many of us have heard of a social media platform? Most likely, all of us have. When it comes to Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and so many more social platforms, it's hardly impossible to deny the use of these on a daily basis. But just as much time that we give into these social platforms, they equally take from us. So in the end, the biggest question is social media really benefiting us, or is it just harming us in the process? My goal today is to show you the reasons why social media is so beneficial for us in today's time. Social media has come into our lives with a booming uprising, where we went from only having the ability to surf the web from this huge, chunky desktop computer to having this magical device where we can talk, share, and discover just in the palm of our hands. It was definitely a bandwagon change where you had no choice unless you wanted to be left behind. After all, the future was here. The beginning of the smartphone era was started by no other than Apple themselves in 2007, with the very first iPhone. And so the craze began. Now, with special features, social media began to expand onto apps instead of basic websites. Although it wasn't the beginning of social media, since computer surfing on websites like Facebook and YouTube was common, it was now easier and more accessible for everyone. Social media has been a transformational change in our daily lives, so much so that we can hardly remember life without it. Social media is used for everything now, whether it ranges from communicating with your family members from wherever in the world they are, or to showing your friends everything you're doing, or to even looking up how to cook, clean, or dress on YouTube and Pinterest. Although social media has changed the way we live in many ways, it also has its negative effects, like our new codependency on having to know what everyone is doing at all times, and feeling useless without the help of the internet. Very few people stop to consider the implications that come with social media usage, but in the long run, there's definitely some hidden dangers, like being more obtainable to online predators and fraud, but also putting at risk the eligibility for certain employments. The biggest implication that social media puts us in is making us feel like we're unable to handle real-life situations. And even if social media is a risky place to be in, the bad does not outweigh the good. Social media gives everyone the amazing opportunity to network and develop interests and even find more like-minded people with the same interests too. It helps lots of businesses expand and helps organizations like UNICEF share very important facts to help recruit more donors. And most importantly, it also helps educate others in difficult topics like racism, sexism, and many more that would start an uproar in the real world. But it also helps keep everyone together when we can't be in real life. One of the biggest examples of social media benefiting us is the COVID-19 crisis. Although the news of a worldwide pandemic should have brought us down, social media instead picked us up and kept us updated and entertained with all the new interesting news and things that you could do at home while in quarantine. Social media will always be a hard topic to speak on because it's just this big worldwide platform that will only keep on growing. So it's best to find a way to make it much more beneficial than to fight against it. My solution to the possible social media damage is to take it slow. Social media is going nowhere. If only it's actually growing even more. So it's best to take breaks from the internet. Although it's very easy to get caught up in scrolling on TikTok or Instagram for hours, it's important to put aside social media and step into reality. Picture how simple life would be when we don't overuse social media, and when we start to use it in a way that benefits us in all ways. The constant stress that comes with oversharing will be gone, and it will become much more self-fulfilling to share with everyone something that is meaningful and beneficial. So, how do we start making social media beneficial? The answer is simple. It all starts with you. By taking the initiative to think and analyze what you share on the internet, you're already making a much more beneficial choice. And just one change can start a chain reaction that changes social media for everyone forever.